Why did Holland take his shirt off? No.
Because I've got salad.
And we got the king of Kiama Cup in the house.
Oh, wow. Yeah. We were away this weekend, weren't we, boys?
We were. Well, welcome back to Draft Boys, the FPL Draft Podcast. As always, joined by Marley G, Heat on myself, Whitey. Lads, how we doing?
Yeah, I'm good now after we've had a couple of days in bed.
Yeah, not together, obviously,
Yeah.
but resting, I think is what he
Resting, yeah.
means. Let's just clear
After
that
our
up.
weekend in bed together.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. We went away on a golf weekend with all the boys and
Yeah.
it was really large. I'm pretty sure I cracked tins at 7:45 a.m.
Yeah, you did. Prior to breakfast, I was like, I can't do it before breakfast. I need something in me.
And yeah, I spent a day in bed recovering.
Yeah, I wish I did that. When you got a child, you can't do that.
Tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't exist. How about
Could
you,
be
Heath?
child for the day. Or?
Oh, mate, I'm a child every day. I don't get that. How'd you recover?
Yeah, it was definitely a struggle on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, man. But Milesy came away with the victory. Mind you, it came down to a tie between the two boys in front of me.
Yeah, we tied it. I wanted to split it because I'm that type of guy, but all the boys said, no, we're not taking any splits. You guys got to putt it off. So
It was great. We didn't say putt it off. It was like a chip off, but you putted. It was definitely It was boring. It was
yeah,
very
dude, I was
boring.
too wasted to chip. I'd shank it.
Are we still talking about the fact that I didn't get a handicap on the putting? But
Oh, yeah, we should have.
That
We
was
should have.
nasty.
Hey, also, I was only 2 points off you boys.
Mm.
That was the Draft Boys doing well again. Last time we potted, it was the Melbourne Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Draft Boys were the top 3 golfers at this weekend too.
Wow, that's true.
It's the Draft Boys
Good
vibe.
things just happen. And
either
we'll
we're
have to
awesome
say,
or our friends just suck at stuff. So
it could be that.
No, hang on. There's something to the fact that we're awesome.
okay.
What about our pickups from last week?
I was going to
Oh.
say,
Good segue. I like that.
I know, right?
there was like 9 pickups, and I think like 6 of them crushed.
It was crazy, man. I mean, look.
I hope
you
the
know,
fans are listening to the end because that segment might have to be brought forward.
That's when the good stuff happens. I mean, why don't we just go through it? I mean,
Let's not
Miles
talk-
and I both backed
Let's
some
not
of
talk about my 3. None of them did anything. So
well, let's
and
talk
I
about
picked
it.
up one of them.
mine were real punty.
Yeah, me and look, I did okay. But yeah, Somerville, both of us, Miles and I were both on that. Fuck, he's looking good.
Really good.
We'll get to him in a minute. And then Solanke, another goal.
Yep. And what about Matoma, boys? I told you.
He looked
Mm.
great.
Matoma.
I know.
I've been
Yeah.
saying maybe not this season, but now I'm thinking, get the fuck on the train.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to talk about both of those games. So let's hold off on that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk points.
Yeah.
And I
well,
believe it's me first. Again.
Yeah, baby.
Bring
Loving this
back
trend.
Haaland. Da, 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 da. Okay, so boys, worth mentioning. This week I picked up Ronaldo.
wow. Why?
Great fixtures, and I thought he was going to start.
Okay. well, You were right on, I guess, both of them, but I don't think any fixture's good for United.
I can't.
I'm back on that
agree.
train.
I know it sucks.
I'm fair
It's
weather.
as soon as I pick up one of their players. Anyway, I didn't get points anywhere except for Haaland, who came off my bench, who came off the City bench and scored that goal.
Mm.
Fuck. And then took his shirt off.
Cost you a point.
Cost me a point. But I got 24 points this week. It is the most abysmal haul. I got an assist from St. Maximin, which I'm pretty happy about. And on my bench, there's an assist from Kulusevski, which
Yep.
I'd rather it be in the team, but it's good signs.
It is very good for you, yeah.
I think that this team could have a big resurgence at coming back at the next after the World Cup.
Yeah. Hito, how'd you go?
I'm up. I got 40 this week.
For only unlucky.
Oh, wait till we get to you, mate. Not super spread this week in terms of points across our league, but yeah, 40. So average week, main call-outs being 8 points from Saliba, 8 points from Barnes, 6 from Andreas, and 5 from Saka.
Could have been more from Sakare if
Yeah.
Gabriel didn't steal that.
Yeah,
How good's fucking Andreas been?
so good, dude. Very lucky that he took the pen with Mitro.
Still,
Out,
like it's
but-
back to back to back on him.
Yeah, he's really putting on a nice run.
Yeah, someone that we brought up in our stop section because people have got to stop sleeping on him, don't they?
I know you might think maybe not, but like Fulham are scoring goals.
Mm.
And he's kind of at the heart of that attack as well as Mitro, you know.
Those deeper leagues when someone would have gone him early
Yeah.
is now just reaping those rewards.
Oh,
being
must be
because they would have
lovely.
held him because they just got no one else to pick. So
Yeah.
And
I
he
know.
still looked okay.
yeah, still looks
Very nice
okay.
stuff.
Still, it's just like that's just a
Yeah.
punt and a half, wasn't it? That's amazing.
Punt and 3/4 maybe.
Punt 3/4.
Yeah, there's been a lot of punts going around.
Okay, speaking of punts, Miles, your team.
I crushed it this week. I smashed
his
Hito.
philosophy this
Is
season.
a
I
sizzler.
smashed him. I got 43 points. So a whole assist more.
Hito's 40.
Yeah, more than Hito. Yeah. Look, boys, Salah is back.
Oh,
The consistency is there.
God. I'm nervous. I really am nervous.
2 goals, all the
Two
bones.
lovely goals as well.
Very nice goals.
Honestly, I don't know what people are talking about. He's back. How many fucking points he's on? Like,
But-
he's not on Salah
Mate,
points, but
when-
like still.
When you're a Salah owner, you've got very high expectations.
But he's on like 80 points, isn't he?
Yeah.
He should
He's
be
like-
on 100.
He's, I know, I get that, but like he's like 30 points shy of, shy of Haaland, who has been insane,
Yeah, that's true.
like breaking all the records.
but trust me, I still have very high expectations.
I feel like I was saying the same thing to fucking Hito last year. He was like, "Oh, I'm not loving Salah," and then he was like, "You didn't have him. I know you didn't have him,
No.
but you were bitching about him."
Yeah. Just
But then he was fine. He came
Again,
out
I
top
know, again,
golden boot, and you were like, "Oh yeah, he's great."
Shared golden boot though.
Yeah, true.
yeah, half
Not a
trophy.
single.
Half a
Sonny
trophy
had a
doesn't stand
blinder.
up very well, does it?
All right, Miles.
And then I got a
Anything
goal
else?
from Mbwembo, who I've re-picked up.
Bummer.
Mbwemo.
Yeah, he's flirting in and out of your team, isn't he?
Yeah,
Like,
I think, I've got that space.
just
and
like
then,
Michy Boy and Mikolenko.
That's
it.
And Ben Rama.
Ben Rama, yeah.
I've been calling it on the pod for a couple of weeks now. I reckon he's sleeper of the season. Pick him up, boys, because he looks good.
Sleeper of the season.
Mate, we know how Ben Rama works.
Yeah.
He entices us in, gets
No,
us
no,
all,
no,
gets us
no.
all
I've
hard
had a
and
chat to
warm.
him.
He girds our loins
I've
and
had a
he
chat.
fucks
Yeah.
us.
He's chilling.
Then he
And then I
runs
got
off.
-2 from Cancelo, which kind of fucked my week. But
That was great.
yeah.
I love that.
All right, boys. I'm ready for some snack chat.
Oh, is that a section?
And look, it is. I think if you don't know that by now, you should go back and listen.
It's my favorite section.
It's my favorite thing in this podcast. Hito is our snack chatter
Snack to toe.
for the week. He's got a drink and a snack for us. Let's go.
Drinks. James Squire, ginger beer.
Oh yeah,
This is going
love
to go
that.
down really good in my eyes.
You had that on the weekend. I bought one of these for you.
Yeah, it was lovely. And I was like, I'm going to give that to the boys this week.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that leftovers?
real crispy.
And then for food, we
Ooh.
have dreamy choc cookies.
Wow,
I love it.
Massive cookies, choc chip.
Is that because you're dreaming of winning the league?
Probably. I dream of a lot of things.
Look, I will say, Hito, you could have a team to win the league.
Oh,
I like this chat.
that
Let's keep
ginger
going.
beer is good.
It does look good, I will
Yeah.
admit.
Okay.
Okay, this is snack chat, not Hito winning the league chat. Come on,
Well,
stay
you brought it
focused,
up.
Miles.
You brought it up.
This
like
ginger
this
beer
chat.
is, I think, rivals Brookvale Union.
I think so too.
Me
It's-
too.
These two are, for me now, like you have to drink these two.
Firmino. I thought his name was Firmino.
For me now.
Oh, poor Firmino.
For me, not in the Brazil
Not getting
squad.
the Brazilian.
Come on, stay to snack chat, mate.
Sorry.
Jesus. Okay,
Okay.
give me your review on the ginger beer.
The review on the ginger beer is, it's probably top 3 ginger beers that I've had in my life.
What are the other two?
Can't remember. I was hoping no one said that.
That means they must have been good because you drank so many.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Pass the test.
Acceptable.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give it a straight 8.7.
8.2 for me.
Ooh, nice.
Very good.
Very delicious. And what about the cookies, boys? You obviously munch them into
This
them
is 3
real
bites
hard.
in. I went
Yeah.
one small bite.
I think it's triple choc. I think it's white, dark, and milk.
It's a no from me.
I know.
Yeah. I don't like them.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not bad. I think that's a bit.
They look
harsh.
amazing though.
I just think that they're a
don't
little
like
bit stale.
Yeah. They're stale.
Like if
Woolies
they
has
were
let
fresh,
me down.
That's
Yeah.
Woolies. Can't trust him, man.
Were they in the seconds bin?
Mrs.
No,
Fields.
they were just on the shelf.
That's
yeah.
where he gets his seltzers.
I'll give you a. I'll give you a 6.5 because I feel like they could be good.
Wouldn't have to go to a different store.
I'm giving him a.
That's
I'm giving it
disappointing. 'cause
a
They look so
5.6.
good.
A 5.6.
I'm
look
still
delicious.
eating that. Don't touch it.
Okay, boys. Now, Miles is very keen to talk football, so let's let him have it. Okay, we're going to go into our 5 favorite games of the week. It's kind of like 6 games this week. There's a bit going on.
There was a bit.
The first one I want to talk about is Leeds versus Bournemouth.
I woke up in the morning and I watched the 3-minute version of this, and I was moaning that hard by so many of the goals and the things that happened
I know.
that Hackett, that was asleep in the other room, came out and be like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Dude, you got to watch this." And we rewound it and watched it together again.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, what a game.
So crazy. Like 3-1 down, and they just pull it back.
And
was
you don't
amazing.
expect that from Leeds
Yeah.
this season. I mean, they are starting to open my eyes a little. And I think that's one of the reasons Somerville might still be available. Just, I know he's got form, but like so many people have been burnt by Leeds this year.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and it's hard to think like, oh yeah, jump straight on him. I'm like,
And it's
oh.
all names we aren't used to from the last few seasons.
Yeah,
Or
I
more
know.
more likely 2 seasons ago when they were good.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's run through the game. For me, Somerville looks like almost the pick of the bunch. He looks super confident.
Yeah,
he
really calm.
He just it's that same thing we always talk about, the confidence thing.
Mm.
Like as soon you can always see it, he's brimming with it. And he managed to race through the Bournemouth defense at the end on
so
the counter.
fast,
He's
man.
fucking quick. I don't know how he beat the keeper to that.
Yeah.
And he scores that one against the keeper. That was beautiful. Did he get an assist in this game as well?
did.
He
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Man, it was so good. Oh yeah, he won the pen for Rodrigo.
Mm.
I'm super impressed by him. I think
3
like,
bones.
and it seems that Marsh needed something like an injection into the team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
the
it
old
looks like he's
true-
it.
Yeah, the old like tried and proven boys of like Harrison and Bamford are just not contributing to what this team should be. So good to see other guys stepping up.
Well, talking about that, Greenwood, he got a goal and an assist, but I don't believe he's been getting all the minutes.
No, I don't think he gets many minutes.
It's been a classic, just like I've seen his name for the last 2 years in just like that classic youngster fill a spot in the squad. But fucking screamer though.
oh, I mean,
What a curler.
I know, lovely finish edge of the box.
He's had
Across
hardly
the face of goal.
Yeah. Oh, it was amazing. But
Was
yes, in
spicy.
terms of minutes, very, very far
Yeah.
in between.
He's
He's
had
got a
2
lot of
starts in
competition.
the last 3 games, but they're the only 2 starts he's had, and he's come off the bench 2 other times this
Leeds
season.
won both those games, right?
Correct.
Yes.
No. 2-3. No.
Oh,
Fulham.
but there's been goals. Okay.
Fulham?
Anyway,
I think Fulham
look,
just won, though.
positive signs, 2 starts, considering that Rodrigo and Bamford are fit. So maybe worth a punt there, but it is very punty to me.
It is very, very punty.
Seems like something Miles would do this season.
And something as well where it's that youngster
got a
might
spot.
only score against a shitter team.
That's
like
true.
Bournemouth, who are a bit leaky. Like
I guess so, but like I don't think anyone was stopping that. Just kind of came to him on the edge of
No,
the
but
box and he curls it
exactly. But I just feel like
That's
I'd
not-
back more like Rodrigo or Somerville to score against a better team.
better, yeah.
Whereas that youngster,
And that's a
I don't
good topic of conversation because they've got Tottenham next game week, and then we go to World Cup, and it's all over. So
in. Exactly.
It's all over.
Exactly. Okay, next. Cooper with the strong header at the far
towered
post.
over the defense.
Very nice from him. And then I think we've got to give special mention to that save from Meslier, who came out and charged 1-on-1. I don't know how he got that. Like that,
Yeah.
it looked like Bournemouth were in. And I mean, that might be a good segue into Bournemouth now because they look like they could add 6 or 7 goals.
2 weeks in a row, they've been pulled back as well.
Yeah.
You know, last week, Tottenham won it at the end.
Shit.
Fucking brutal, but they haven't got the defense, obviously.
No, they don't. But they're doing so well in attack. I mean, another guy here, Miles, who was it that scored the-
Tavernier.
I could barely keep it together. Miles before the pod's like, oh, have you guys heard of Tavernier?
No,
Oh, no.
Tavernier.
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 And you're like, yeah, like Tavernier.
oh, yeah. Now I've got him confused.
Dude, I'm
Dude,
His
you've
mind
infected
fucking-
me.
It is.
You've given me trades.
I see that you've been watching the league on your TV.
I have been watching the league.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a good rewatch.
Quick segue. Well, I was going to bring it up at the intro today, but obviously we had the golf weekend chat. But Yeah, it's basically the reason we started our league.
Yeah.
You know, we all watched this TV show called The League. We love fantasy. We saw the camaraderie there in the show and thought we could do that.
And we saw a draft too, and we're like, ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we know why we're playing draft, don't we, Hito?
Do we?
Or have you blanked that out from your
I
memory?
blanked it out, yeah.
So the last year that we played budget, it was you and me up top.
yeah.
And then what I did is I used my wild card when I just took the lead from you and copied your team. And then whenever you do a move, I do that the next week. So it was just one of these things where I just copied what you did for the rest of the season. And you just said,
How does he remember
I'm
that?
never playing budget with you again. We're playing draft next year.
Of course.
And then we've been drafting ever since.
Probably like falls asleep to that thought every night, do you?
It's a good memory.
He does more, he does more than fall
It's a
asleep.
good memory.
Anyway, great show.
Yeah.
Been getting into it. There's so many good references. It makes me want to do more in our draft.
Oh, it's inside me. The Andre.
Yeah, the Andre.
Dre.
Oh my god.
Watch
Dr.
it if you
Dre.
haven't seen it.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the game. So now I can't remember how to say his name.
Tavernier.
Tavernier.
But
You're
on this
freaking me
pod,
out.
Tavernier.
Okay, so
Tavernier.
on this pod, we'll do Miles' pronunciation. Tavernier with a beautiful volley at the back post into the far corner. Also cutting it back to Billing, I think, for that assist.
Yep.
He got 2 assists and a goal in this game.
Money.
Absolute money. And I will say, I'm calling Ben Rama as the sleeper of the season. Hito is calling Billing.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was already called.
Yeah, but I'm just reminding the fans.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Can't double call it.
Well, Milan asked us, who we
Oh.
think that our sleeper of the season. And
Oh, yeah. I'd forgotten about that.
We've taken a bit to come around to it, but we've gotten there.
Yeah, we've gotten a
We've
few.
gotten
I haven't
there.
come up with any.
yeah, well, do you ever?
My sleeper of the season is Grealish.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's still not working up.
Anyway,
Anyway,
still hungover from their party last season.
oh, dude. He's so good on their socials. I don't know about you guys, but every now and then I see like City ones, and it's so funny. He's
just
in all of them. I'm like,
I just can't warm to him.
oh, I definitely don't like him. I wouldn't be mates with him, but he's definitely funny to watch. Okay, last one, Solanke with that backflip goal. Wow. From the Tavernier assist.
I'm surprised at his pace, man.
Solanke?
Yeah.
He looks
Yeah.
fit.
He does look fit.
I never saw this running from him when he was at Liverpool.
No.
I don't know if he was just being asked to play target man or something, but I never saw this running, and he looks.
But he also he was a bit younger. Maybe he's put on a bit. He's just like a big, more strong, confident boy. But
Yeah.
experience.
looked really good, and that finish looked experienced. So yeah, really nice goal from him there. Anything else from this game for you guys?
No, I think that about covers it.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our next one. Barnes were burnt this week, so Brighton versus Wolves.
Yeah, well,
Another good game, 3-2 to Brighton.
yeah. Brighton are putting some results together.
But I'm also
Again.
seeing some goals from Wolves coming through.
Yeah, so let's talk Brighton first.
Yeah, of course.
Lallana, and
Yeah.
I'm just putting it out there, guys. I think that this was us.
This what I thought you were about to call him the sleeper of the season.
No, because last week we spoke about how Lambert and Lallana were that Southampton spine
Oh,
that we
yeah,
needed
true.
to have back in the early 90s.
Imagine if you saw Lambert's early 90s.
But look, Lallana, he's back.
Yeah.
Goal and an assist.
Yeah, look, he's looking good. He's not injured. Hito, did you get a bit nostalgic watching that?
I definitely did.
Is he a pickup though?
He hasn't scored a lot of goals for Brighton, not just this season, but since he's moved there.
But he's had a lot of injuries.
He has a lot of injuries too, but he's played decent enough games to have done something and really hasn't contributed with many points. I'd want to wait on this one. I wouldn't be picking up with 1 week to go and then World Cup.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
They're playing Villa.
Well, I guess the next person who scores is something worth mentioning as well. Gross has scored again.
Again.
This one looked better. This was more of a goal.
This
if
could
you
be
know
out
what
of
I mean.
spite
Yeah.
of what we said
Like
last
this was a
week.
nice goal. Final shot and hits it in the top corner. I was like, ooh. But really the highlight of this game was Matoma.
It really was. I know that we've had a bit of talk about him in the last ep or two, but I think it's about time to get on the train.
Yeah. Choo choo.
Matoma.
That was bad.
I really rate him, guys. I think he's silky.
I think he looked good. I mean, that was him that
Fantastic.
headed it in the back post, right? From that Lallana assist. Pretty nice. And was it also him that got taken down? I thought I saw. Oh, now I can't remember if it was him in the highlights, but he got taken down like on the edge of the box.
Yes.
And there was a red card given.
Yeah.
And he turns around straight away and he's putting up his hand like, give him a card kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then-
Experience beyond his years.
Yeah, he should be a referee. And then the guy, whoever it was, got a red card. I can't remember who it was though. That from Wolves that got given the red.
Diego Costa?
Mate, it's a red a week over there.
Oh, the red.
It was a red. It was a straight red.
Oh,
I thought
Semedo.
it was Matoma.
Semedo.
Semedo, yeah,
He's got
yeah.
a red card in him
Oh yeah, he does.
for sure.
Okay, speaking of Wolves, let's talk about them. They're not defending well, but they are getting a few goals.
Finally, they've taken a little while.
So-
Like they've only got really pens or set pieces recently, so
Yeah,
mostly from Neves.
The two goal scorers, with Neves and Guedes.
Getters.
Okay. Guedes.
David Guetta.
I don't know if they're 100% pickups, but I like the looks of the assisters, Traore and Podence.
Which Traore?
Oh, the only one. Not the one, not Bobby, not Bobcat.
So good.
What's his name? Bobcat or something? Traore?
Boubacar.
Oh, Boubacar.
Bobcat.
He's the one that
No
got
one
the
knew we were
assist.
talking about that. He's
He's
like,
the one
"Who's
that got
Bobcat?"
the assist, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He was the
Yeah.
one that assisted him.
Okay,
Not
okay.
Adama.
That's why I asked for confirmation.
That was
Yeah.
that was one of the funniest thing in the league when Bobby picked up.
oh my god.
thinking he was
Bobcat.
getting a Dharma.
Yeah.
And he picked up the other one.
Well, look,
so good.
Geddes hasn't seen a lot of game time lately. He's basically since game week he was starting a lot at the start of the season, and since game week 10, this is his maybe unless it was he did start against Chelsea and came up at a hard time or came on. I don't know, but basically hasn't started since then. So this is the first returns in a while, but he did look good.
Yeah.
Very strong run
Yeah, I liked it.
for his goal and good finish.
But if we were going to look ahead to his fixtures, Arsenal, Everton, Man United. So I think that even though that we're seeing some returns from Wolves players here, like I'm still not getting on board with that fixture run. It's more, let's
Agree.
wait and see.
Yeah.
And did we say that Neves nailed the pen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, I guess for the deeper leagues, he could be a pickup. Like
Geddes?
Neves.
Neves?
Yeah,
Geddes?
for
I
deeper
think
leagues.
he has to be. I think he's like,
He likes an out of the box hit.
mate,
He's
I
on
think
pens.
he's on our list coming up, so
Yeah.
we can dive into him then. But
Okay.
What
it
list?
has to be our next section.
Stop.
I didn't see it. Oh, is he dropped?
Let's talk about Villa boys.
Okay, the Villa boys.
Yeah.
Well, the Villa boys have been inconsistent, but this is 2 games now. They've got big hauls.
Very
Yeah.
decent hauls for sure.
One player in particular standing out to me, Bailey.
Bailey.
Yeah.
Wow,
That was a great goal.
that was really
was
nice.
it like 2 minutes in or something as well?
Yeah.
From memory?
Yeah,
it was
really
real
quick.
early, and look at another guy that just looks really confident.
Mm.
I know it's just 2 games, but that's how quickly you have to react in
Oh,
craft.
mate. Yeah.
Like he's a pickup right now. Like I can't imagine there'd be many people not going, oh, he looks good.
Would you prefer Bailey or Ramsey?
I was looking at this. I think Bailey. I think Ramsey definitely looks good, but he's not got the same returns in the last couple of weeks as Bailey.
Definitely not.
Like Bailey's got a 13-point haul, then it was 2 points against Newcastle. They got beat pretty bad. And then 7 against Man United.
Mm.
Then if you were looking at Ramsey,
So he's got one
thank
digit
you.
haul in game week 8.
Yeah.
And he's got an assist in between now and then.
and he didn't get a start the last 2 games. This is his first start since game week 12. Mind you, new manager
Yeah.
performed well, probably impressed him. I wouldn't be surprised to be seeing more of him.
I believe so.
He was quiet
Yeah.
on the matter. He's
Well,
chewing
just-
chockies.
Yeah. Unai Emery, like what a great coup that is. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Such a good pickup for them, eh?
Yeah, I know. It's impressive.
So
but
good.
it just shows they mean business to me.
Oh, 100%. And I think it's going to be potentially a really good ride now for us this season. Like, probably not a lot of his players are going to go to World Cup. When you think about Villa's squad,
Mm.
so we're going to have most of the guys there for the next few weeks.
Yeah, they're going to rest up.
Rest up, train, get his philosophy of, and we know he
He's
can
gonna
play
go off
good
to Jamaica.
He can play good football.
He's going to relax out there.
And also, I think we've just got to touch on Ings being left out and Watkins playing. I know it's just one game. We need more data, but I think that Watkins is more of a Unai player.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to quickly look up how they lined up, actually. I wanted to see. I think they played a 4-2-3-1. I've got it here. That was fast. So Buendia with a start as well. Ramsey playing out on that right wing. Bailey down the middle. And then Ollie Watkins up front.
Yeah.
So they've got both Dendonka and Louise fit in the holding midfield spots. Douglas Louise is a great player.
He looks great.
Dendonka
yeah.
was good at Wolves. So this looks like the starting team. And Luca Dean, we haven't even talked about his goal yet.
No, like
Fucking hell.
Wow.
That free kick was amazing.
so close.
How many games has he been back now? We're starting to see probably what will be the starting 11.
This was his first start in a long time. He came on for 21 minutes against Newcastle, but before that, he hadn't played since game week 8. So he's only just come back, but back with a bang.
And they just look so much
to
better
back.
with him in the team because it gives them that outlet down that channel.
It's funny actually. Like, just I don't know. I know I'm taking this back to Chelsea, but like watching Chelsea at the moment without Reece James, you realize how important those players are because they give you that extra something down the right wing, or they basically can turn into a whole other attacking player. They can keep the other defenses pinned. There's so much to it, and we've had Aspilicueta playing there, and he's so slow, and it's just like miles of
The
difference.
overlap and
There's just nothing there. And Luca Dean is a great player. They picked him up this year, didn't they?
Yeah.
Obviously with that, or maybe it was last
Halfway
year.
through last year.
Halfway
I
through
believe.
Was it a
year.
loan from last year and then they made it permanent?
That was it.
Or was that no Target maybe got made permanent?
I honestly think it was a done deal halfway through the year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was Target went on loan to Newcastle and then they bought him this year. So
Regardless, it's almost like a new signing, a great one, and he's
Yeah.
coming back and already proving that he's worth it.
Because on the dead ball, like we know how deadly diggers can be.
Yeah. I really like him.
Me
And that was an
too.
amazing free kick.
it was
Yeah.
amazing.
Very exciting. Okay. What else from this game? Who else was in the points? Oh, Watkins with the cutback for Ramsey. Ramsey scoring there. But yeah, honestly, United just got kind of shredded.
Yeah.
Yet again.
I did enjoy. We were talking before the pod a bit about the tussle between Ronaldo and Mings. That was pretty interesting.
That was funny.
I need to go back and look at that.
Yeah, dude, they were all over each other. It was pretty aggressive.
Love that.
I was surprised to see nothing more come from it, actually. I guess they didn't want to send off 2 players, and they checked it for violent conduct. And,
Wow.
sorry.
Sorry, kids.
Sorry. Ronaldo.
Huge.
He brings it out of me.
Let's talk about Palace just to move on from that.
Sorry. Crystal Palace.
They haven't been in our featured teams often this year, but they
No.
have been. But they're back because they looked good.
I think so. I mean, it's a pretty good win for them. One they needed. Zaha with a goal, which is maybe
Goal
that-
and assist.
goal and assist. Maybe that will break this shit run he's had. 'Cause he's really not been very good. I mean,
He started really well. Like
He
he
did
started so well.
He started really strong
with those terrible fixtures,
4 goals in 5 games.
and they had to verse everyone in the first 6 games, didn't they?
They did, but he squeezed in 1 goal against Liverpool, 2 against Villa, 1 against Brentford around those hard fixtures with
Right, okay.
Arsenal and City.
yeah, I guess
yeah.
maybe I was a bit harsh in saying he hadn't been that great.
But just lately, he's been a bit dry.
yeah, this 12 points definitely bumps him up into another tier.
Oh, 100%.
But I'd be excited about him. I mean, he's not been great against his fixtures, but they've got 3 good fixtures coming up still. Forest, Fulham, Bournemouth. Now, obviously, 2 of those are on the other side of the World Cup, but doesn't mean that they're not still good fixtures. So,
But that's 2 fixtures that could really affect teams like Fulham and Bournemouth.
Definitely.
Getting out a bit of rhythm,
oh, you mean
like
that-
them not, taking that break now because they're doing all right, those 2 teams.
Yeah,
So
they
they might
might
actually
come
be good
back,
for
but not as
Palace.
good.
And
Yeah.
Zaha. Like, I mean, if you don't own him, yeah, you could maybe trade for him. But let's talk about someone that people can pick up because we have been mentioning him every now and then. Elise.
Who?
Elise.
Elise. No, Elise. Well, you were right. You were right. Yeah, man, I've been a big fan of his.
You have.
I've been watching him. He's on a fringe. He's not really kind of broken through yet. But for me, it's a matter of time. It was kind of like, it's maybe not at the level that Bowen was doing it. But remember how long we talked about Bowen before he actually, took his place and actually started scoring. I mean, last season was obviously the first one. And, he's been okay this season.
Jared 1 season wonder Bowen.
Yeah. Exactly.
But he's been getting the starts.
But at least
that's
there's
what
a
I wanted to
talented
bring
guy.
up.
Yeah,
In the
for
last 4 games, he's got 4 starts and he's got an assist and a goal. Okay.
Deflected goal?
Okay.
Was it?
A little
It
bit.
looked deflected.
It was a deflected goal
Was
for
it?
sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But nice
Loopy.
nonetheless. I mean, it's going to do something for his confidence, the assist and the goal.
Definitely.
And if he's getting the starts, yeah, I don't mind it. And yeah, exactly. As we said, the fixtures are still good.
Fixtures are
Yeah,
great.
Forest, Fulham, Bournemouth.
And I don't think he's going to the World Cup. So he'll be fresh.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't be going to the World Cup.
Fresh and so clean.
Oh, baby. Yeah, I like him. But otherwise,
I like them
really
for this
else
fixture too. I think,
against Forest.
yeah,
Yeah.
even just defensive options too. Like there's not that many fixtures I'm really loving this week, but a team against Forest is always appealing.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I think that wraps up our team chat this week.
Yeah.
Let's get on to Stop, Drop, and Hold.
Stop it.
Drop it.
Stop. Collaborate and listen.
Hito's riffing tonight.
He's back with a brand new invention.
He's been doing shots before the pod. All right, let's talk our stops this week.
Yeah.
Who's got the first one up here?
First one's got to be Tielemans.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think we've just gone past that point now where he's 100% a stop sleeping on this guy.
If someone bangs in 2 potential goals of the season in a month, you pick him up and you hold him for the rest of the year.
For sure, man. That was insane. Like, what a
so
hit.
So cash.
He looked like he did done it 2 games before.
Yeah.
He just boom, boom.
Yeah.
Smashes it.
Yeah. So that's now 3 goals since game week 8. And I think the fact that it's 2 in 3 weeks has just jumped him into that straight up to wow.
Straight up to wow. Straight up to wow.
really
You heard it
like
here
that.
first. Okay, next one. Who put this one in?
This was Hito again, actually.
Yeah. Parade, if that's how you
From
say it.
Southampton?
Southampton.
Yeah. We don't get many Southamptons, but tell us the
No,
numbers.
they've
I'd
just
love
lost
to
their
hear.
manager, but
That's all right.
Oh, did they?
yeah.
It's the pullest
Hassan
bump.
Hutl.
No,
Got
I
sacked.
liked Hassan Hutl.
Yeah, well,
Let's talk about the
best
pullest
name in the
bump.
league. Hassan Hutl. So good.
Well, they're getting pumped. So, but yeah, that is his second goal in 5 games, and he's also got 1 assist.
Wow. Has
it
he
was a
managed a
classy
clean sheet
finish.
amongst all that?
Is there a what? Sorry.
Has he managed any clean sheets amongst that? Oh no, is he?
1 clean sheet against Bournemouth?
He is a defender, right?
Yeah.
1 clean sheet against Bournemouth. So he's had a pretty good run of returns.
Yeah.
here. What are the fixtures like?
In terms of fixtures, I think they're like this game week, Liverpool, so promising.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're terrible against bad teams.
They're
But I don't know,
playing
just
Chelsea
with
outside
like
the
they
same
might get the new manager and there might be a lifted mood. But even
Ooh, a
with the
little
shit
bump.
form and shit manager, he's been quite attacking recently. And I think for those real outsider defensive options, if you got a defender scoring goals, even when a team's playing shit, and they got it against Newcastle, who've been really good. So I think that's kind of propped him straight up. Just the fact that he's a defender and he's ripped up 2 goals and an assist in the last 5 weeks and a clean sheet. So
It's worth a shout. I mean, it's probably a stop.
Yeah, I agree. All right, next one, Miles. Did you put this one in?
I put it in there. I know we've spoken about it, but Somerville.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like, he just... we're doing it again?
He looks good, man. I think we need to emphasize it.
And it's like 3 in a row. 3 returns, big returns as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
And look, we've seen what Leeds can do when they get humming. So I think that he's just a stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if a team's not winning games or
Yeah.
they're losing, and if they're just scoring goals, that's all we care about in fantasy.
That's it.
But look at the fixtures.
What are they?
Tottenham, City, Newcastle.
That's tough.
Ouch. But that little quick... Well, look, City just love letting in goals.
They do.
Let's start with that.
And also,
Barely kept a clean sheet all season.
yeah.
if
That's
you've
true.
got a team that can just hold and like,
Tottenham's defense haven't been that good either.
if he's your 5th mid, like hold him for after that. Like he honestly, I think he's a really good.
I think you
pickup.
have to pick him up now
Yeah.
Yeah.
and sit it because people might be like, oh, I'll wait until after the fixtures. But if you
Yeah.
jump on now, you'll beat everyone.
Okay, last one.
Yeah.
We already talked about him.
We said, and I'm calling it for deep leagues. He's probably gone, but Neves, I think he's.
He has to be in the conversation. The fact that he's now, for us, 3 goals in 5 weeks, 4 goals for the season. Like, yes, Wolves haven't looked amazing, but that's
Pen
it.
taker.
Maybe it's the new JWP for us, where you just defensive players sit there, set pieces, occasional banger.
like Decore,
Yeah.
one of those box-to-box midfielders that
Yeah.
you want.
Oh my God, so good. Top 3 box-to-box midfielders. Is that what you were saying?
Top 5.
Top 5.
Come
sorry.
on, that's, top 5's a stretch. Top 3's a stretch, though.
All right, let's talk our drops. Now, I put a controversial one in this week. I don't know if it is that controversial.
Who is it?
I don't think so.
Aubameyang.
Dude, it is. I'm an Aubameyang owner now, and I'm dropping him. Like he's gone. I've had him for a week, and I watched that Chelsea game, and he is fucking useless.
So you kept your receipt?
no,
He's
I'm
really-
just dropping.
Oh, you just didn't not just putting it straight in the bin.
Yeah,
but not
it's
even
not-
returning.
No return.
No
No,
returns.
because I have to. I have to
You
see what
can't.
happens with the other player I got. So.
He's really not getting the service either. And I think that's the other side. Like, yes, maybe he's not looked that good, but like Chelsea just don't look to be putting it together up front.
like not even up front. It's a lot of places.
It's funny, isn't it, how we thought Brighton would be most impacted by the Potter move, but they've gone on fine without him. And
Yeah.
it's Chelsea who are suffering.
especially in the last couple of games.
Yeah, last 2 games have been average. We did start well under Potter.
Well, I did say that I felt like Chelsea were kind of just holding on.
I agree
Like I
too.
didn't. It wasn't impressive, but we were still undefeated until that Brighton game,
Yeah.
which we just got torn apart, and then
I don't know how we're talking about Chelsea, but I just want to say we're missing some key fucking parts.
we are, and we've got basically David Luiz in a mask in Cucurella because. I mean, this guy has not looked good at all. I don't even know if he can dribble the ball, let alone pass it.
Honestly, though, he looked better this game.
Okay, we can't just go on around about Chelsea because we'll sit here all day.
I know, fuck. When we got to record our Chelsea podcast after this, right?
Yeah.
Hito's leaving. We're getting another guy.
But Aubameyang, I'm
Can't wait.
an owner and I'm dropping him. You guys can do what you want, but I think he's a drop.
Okay. Next one.
I put a controversial one in there myself.
Okay.
Grealish.
No, that's a hold.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Hito?
Mate, you should be dropping.
I never drop.
Yeah, but and you never win the league, so
I've won the league. That's a lie.
an anomaly.
An anomaly.
It's not looking good, though, when you look at the numbers, though, right, boys?
Yeah.
No, I agree.
And the assist that he got the other week, even though I called it as the assist of the season, I was being sarcastic.
I was so happy. Look, I agree, but I'm in a unique position, and yes, now I am no longer first, but still top table. And I don't want to fucking drop him and someone picks him up and he just goes red hot. I
Yeah.
can't handle that. And
Yeah.
I'm happy to leave him on this. I've been able to move my other midfield around so much around that it hasn't mattered to me.
Yeah.
Now, are other people in that position? Probably not. But for me, I'm happy to keep Grealish sitting there waiting till the moment where he becomes Villa Grealish.
That is such a good topic of conversation about being burnt. How many times have you guys been burnt when you just drop someone and then they've just gone and run
multiple
with some-
times.
Yeah.
Rodrigo.
Times.
Yeah.
Mind you, is
and it
injured,
hurts.
but
And if it's just one player, I'd be just doing the same thing as you.
yeah, I kind of feel like with the name, with the team, they're scoring lots of goals. Like,
But
yes, he's cold. I just want to see it.
he is a drop.
Are you just holding him until he apologized to Almiron and then you think a weight might be lifted from his shoulders? It might change his form. Maybe he should.
I know. I
He's
had the
got
chance
bad
to do that.
juju right now. He's
Yeah.
got to get anything off he can, off his chest.
100%.
All right, let's talk holds.
Yeah.
Chelsea-
Actually,
Chelsea attack. Are we holding?
I think you have to because of the context of the World Cup right now. I'd be a lot more worried about holding if there was no World Cup and this is the form we're seeing from some of those assets.
So would you say that across the board then?
I think it has to be, unless someone is like, you're right at your tether and they've not done anything again this week, and you know there's a good option for maybe someone we've been shouting out and you could pick up. That's better. I don't see any other reason to drop right now. Like, you've got the whole World Cup to wait.
so if you had Aubameyang, would you drop him?
Depends who's free, but if there's like someone who's okay at the moment, I potentially would
Yeah.
like drop him.
I've got one more stop before we move on.
What is it?
I should have mentioned it before.
We're
I
going
think
back to stop.
I think stop is the
pinnacle.
the place to put this.
What is it?
Stop waiting on injured assets that will be back after the World Cup.
Great point.
This is the last chance. I don't actually know what happens over the World Cup. Is there just going to be one massive waiver wire once we come back?
I think it'll be the week before the
But
first
still,
game week.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, so basically, whatever happens in the World Cup happens. There's going to be one big fucking waiver wire. And I think you got to take your chances now, try and maybe jump the gun, get those players in your teams. Now, I have already kind of done that and said this before, but this is one last reminder. This is your last chance. Pick up the injured players, good ones. Say
ASM,
Maximum,
always
Kulusevski. I know they're back, but they're not back. They
So let's
will
talk
be.
about Jota,
DCL.
DCL, Diaz, Jinx Bummy. I'll just have a watch.
James.
James.
Even people who were suspended till then, like Harrison Reed from Fulham, is suspended until then. So is Dallo. He's free for some fucking reason. Yeah, that's probably the main ones I think who are injured right now. But just have a look through.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as we know that there are an injuries and suspension page at the front, we've found that out now.
Yep. It's a very easy way to go and have a look at the injured players. Anyone who didn't know that, you're an idiot. That's
And
us.
Maybe Coutinho. You know, he seems like an Unai player.
Potentially. It might be worth the punt if you've got a dead spot just to see if... Because if Unai... God, his name's fucking hard to say, isn't he? If Unai loves him, fuck, you've just got like a... hold him for 3 weeks till it come back.
Okay. I want to talk fan questions.
You know what? I do have a really good question, but it's mine.
Oh.
It's straight from me again.
Straight
No,
from
I
you.
did it last week as well, but we have had some developments.
Okay, talk us through
go.
it.
So I spoke about the fact that I wanted to trade Salah.
Yes, you
I've
did.
had a lot of messages from our fans being like, Salah's a fucking hold, you dickhead. But
I like our fans.
I've been talking to the Jesus owner, who also owns Martinelli. And I offered him, well, I didn't offer him, I said, would you do this trade? Salah and Havertz for Martinelli and Jesus. And he said he would do that trade. I'm really tempted. And I said to him, after the World Cup, if there's no injuries, I will consider it.
What do you think?
I like it.
For who?
I think it has
the
pros.
person
It has
getting
pros.
Salah.
It has pros and cons for both. But I do like the going on Arsenal double
Arsenal look really good.
because I don't love Havertz.
Me either. And I think the whole fact of, I think Arsenal have a lot of 4 and 5 goal games. I think Martinelli and Jesus can combine a lot. So if one of them goes well, it's very likely that the other person's going to go well. And yes, it's Salah and he's on pens and he's just scored a brace. And I'm still saying this now, but Liverpool haven't looked that great. And if I can get 2 of the best attackers in possibly the first or second best team in the league this year, I'm jumping on that wagon. So
I want to disagree.
that's okay.
I want to be that voice in the room.
Yeah, we need devil's advocate. Talk to me.
Havertz has, I mean, I wouldn't call him preferred, but there's been a lot of rotation at Chelsea, but he is one of the players probably with the most minutes since Potter came
I
in.
do agree that as well.
He's been playing more as like the center attacking mid, I guess, but I haven't quite figured out the formation that Potter really plays because it seems to be fairly fluid. but he has still got returns in the last couple of weeks. I don't see him missing out on a lot of games. I mean, Potter obviously won't have the full team to be working with, but he'll have plenty of them and more coming back. Hopefully after the World Cup. No more injuries, please God. But I don't know. I just think that like Salah and Havertz is enough to beat those other two.
You reckon? I don't know. Look, we won't know until the end of the season, but I'm sorry, Milan. I am considering it.
Apologizing.
He was the most vocal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a smart man.
Interesting.
Our next question comes from Aaron. Okay. He just messaged me today. We're going back to what we just spoke about. He's getting frustrated with Grealish.
Me
Is
too,
he a
mate.
drop? Because these three players are available in his league. Somerville, Eze, and Bailey.
Oh, now it becomes a question of who's the favorite. I think I already explained why I am keeping Grealish, but I also don't think that that is true for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm doing it based on my team. So,
Well, you're doing it based on not wanting to get burnt,
yeah,
which is a terrible fantasy logic.
it's terrific. I can't lose on it. But for me, looking at those players, who is performing the best right now? I
Off
mean,
the top of my-
Somerville is on fire, but Izzy is a lock.
Eze is just, I can't
Eze.
believe he's available.
I know. That's pretty surprising to me. I mean, he got returns this week as well. He got an assist. Means that, you know, since game week 10, he got a 10-point haul. 2 game weeks later, another 10-point haul. 3 game weeks later, an assist. So, you know, there isn't a heap of consistency, but he is sitting on 58 points overall in the league, which is decent at this stage.
It is, yeah.
Those goals, the big hauls, were definitely against two of the worst defenses in the league, though.
Yeah, but don't forget the fixtures that they've got coming up. Forest, Fulham, Bournemouth. I just think that that's one of my favourites of those.
I like all of them, to be honest, over Grealish.
Yeah, me too. Me too, 100%.
Yeah.
Not Bailey over Grealish.
Yeah.
Why not?
Dude, he's scored more goals than him.
Yeah, true. Doesn't play for City though.
Yeah, still.
All right, so, I mean, I'm saying I'd drop for Eze first and then Somerville second. That's what I'd do.
Yeah. Ezzy, Somerville, Bailey in order.
I think
I
so.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the order I had.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, nice.
And he actually has a follow-up question as
Oh,
well.
love
It's a bit of a
follow-ups.
fun one.
yeah.
So his league wants to do World Cup fantasy,
Mhm.
but they want to do draft, and
Yep.
he can't find a platform out there. And I had a quick look. I couldn't either.
I know how to do it.
How?
Is there a budget version?
Yeah.
Do it the way we started our league.
So that's what he said. He said he's gonna do a draft and then do it
Spreadsheet
in
it.
the spreadsheet. Oh no, we'll do it on that platform.
But only pick up the players you've drafted.
Yeah.
But you might not be able to fit
But
them
Yeah,
then
you
in.
might
they
not be able
said,
to
"What do you do
afford
about
it."
waiver?" And he said, "I know you guys did draft for like 10 years." And
Well-
I told him about the bloodbath of the Facebook group that we had.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
First in best dress post.
I don't know how you'd manage to do an artificial waiver. I'd say maybe. Ooh. Well, actually,
Because there's
no.
games every, at least maybe after each round.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
After the group stage, you do a waiver. Then after that,
Oh my god! It gets
Like, as it
gets
transitions?
pretty ugly, eh?
I reckon set up a WhatsApp group and whoever types it first gets it.
Oh, that was such a brutal place to play.
it was.
You can't. You got to watch everything live.
You have to.
Where does Aaron live?
I think he's from Oz. I think he's from Australia.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate. You're going to be staying up
That's
pretty
early
late to watch
mornings.
some of these games.
Some of them are at like 5 a.m.
He's 100% from Australia because he's just like, I don't want to buy a pub meal for the boys. That's
Yeah.
just such an Aussie thing.
Yeah,
to say.
I love it. Look, yeah, I think you're just going to have to wing it. That's it.
I'm voting Bloodbath.
I like Bloodbath
Of
too.
WhatsApp
pick up
group.
whenever you want them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like waivers after the round.
Okay. I think we should talk our pickups.
Let's do it. You want to go first?
I'm going to go first this week. I've only got 2.
Okay.
I think Mendy just for 1 week before the World Cup.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a shit. Maybe that's a bad shout. I didn't even look at the fixtures, but I just know that he's number 1.
Well, because Kepa's still injured.
You have,
yeah.
you have Newcastle, dude.
Okay, nah, I take that back.
So you've got one pickup for the week? That's
Yeah, I'm going back to 1 pickup. I should have researched. I'm going to go with Ramsey.
Yeah.
I like Ramsey.
like
He looked positive in there, and along with Buendia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we've already sung his praises, so no need for me to say anything more.
Love it. Hito?
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, sure.
I have 2 this week. I have Harry Wilson from Fulham. He's back from injury, won the pen this week for Andreas. He absolutely killed it in the championship last season.
Yeah, he looked great.
I've been waiting for him to come back to see what happens.
Yeah.
Now that I've got Andreas, I'm a little bit butthurt. I can't take a punt on him. But
I'll do it for you.
thanks, mate.
I might drop Grealish.
Mate, I would drop Grealish for him.
You would.
But yeah, he was awesome last year, and Fulham are flying, so I think he could do really well.
Flying?
Just to get in early before any major form. And then Tielemans, like I know he was in our stop as well, but like if for some reason no one had pulled the trigger, like I think you just got to get him in there now.
I love it. I really love it.
Yeah. What about you, Marlo?
So I've got 3. I just mentioned Elise. I think that he'll be available in a lot of leagues.
Yeah,
And
good
I
shout.
think Palace look really good from, the game I watched. It was really good. I'm putting Ding in there, Lucas Ding.
Yeah, look.
Because, I feel like he's going to be available.
Back from injury too, people wouldn't have him on their radar.
Definitely.
No, I
and he
agree.
only came off the bench the week before, so it's not like he was just like lighting it up.
No, my eyes are wide open after that.
Oh, yeah. And,
I thought
like
I saw a lot more white in your eyes.
attacking
Dude, my eyes are
wing
so
backs
itchy.
are just
They're
like,
really red.
they're so key in fantasy. Like you win leagues from like attacking fullbacks for sure.
I agree with that.
And I know I said it last week, but I'm saying it again. Ben Rama. I love the boy. I've got a lot of ties to him, you know that. But if
That
if
goal
he's
was
available,
a cracker.
It was a nice goal.
I really think that he's a
Spanked it
pickup.
in.
West Ham are starting to look a bit better.
Bit better.
Yeah,
Better.
a lot better.
You're really singing their praises.
Nah, just side one man team, especially after Antonio. Fucking hell! Did you see that dive?
oh my
Oh, that
That
was
was the
god,
disgusting.
that's disgusting.
What about KDB's dive?
Oh, even worse. But you know
Not
what?
even worse.
Got me a goal, so whatever. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. And on that note, that's it for another week, boys.
Yeah. Also,
Been a ple-
I don't know
oh.
why you trashed those cookies so much. I thought they were okay. They weren't amazing, but they weren't 5s or whatever the fuck you gave.
I'm not a cookie guy, so unless they're like 10 out of 10 cookies, they can just stay right
I'll
there.
put
next to
weed in
my
them
laptop.
next time.
Oh, don't do that to me. Miles. And on that
Miles
note,
just fell
we
in
are
love with me.
out of here.
Bye.
I think his eyes were wide.
Or Field Draft Boys, hit us up for questions.
Yeah, hit us up.